Hey guys, it's Katie with Picture Perfect. It is finally spring, and that means that April has a lot in store for Picture Perfect. So I want to give you just kind of a rundown of what's next in lawn care for April 2019. So obviously the big thing is that the grass is starting to finally grow. For some people this has been brewing the last couple of weeks. For others it's not quite there yet, but it will be by the middle of April. So we are starting our mow routes the first and second weeks of April for everybody, just so that we can start getting that grass cut and make sure that it's going to be picture perfect. In addition to those mow services, our maintenance crews are still active with spring prunings and spring mulch installations. So if you know that you're on the list for a mulch service because you have it built into your program and you haven't gotten that mulch service yet, don't worry, it is still coming. We are expecting to have all of those services done around the end of April. Now, if you're not completely sure whether or not you're on that schedule, either because you got it kind of as a standalone service last year or we've talked about it, but you just want to make 100% sure, then just give our office a call. We're always happy to let you know and confirm that we do have it in the works and give you kind of an estimated idea of when we expect that service to be done. Now, on the fertilizer side, which is where we always like to focus, we are pretty much completely done with the first round of fertilizer and weed control. I think we have a few properties that are technically getting done in the first couple of days of April just because they have only just recently signed up or they had to be rescheduled. So if you're one of those people, don't worry, you're still on the list, but for pretty much everybody else, that service has been done and they should be starting to see A, those weeds curling, and B, the grass turning a lot more green. So send me pictures if it's something that you're excited to see a big difference of. We're really into the results that our first round of fertilizer has been showing us in terms of that quality, and we can't wait to see that trend continue through the season. Round 2, which is our replenishment round, is what we will be starting in the second half of this month, probably toward the end of the month, maybe the third week, don't really know. Really depends on the weather. When we talk about weather being a factor for fertilizer, it's not just rain scenarios, it's also high winds. Anytime that those winds get into the double digits, we get concerned about the weed control possibly posing an issue to distant landscaping and everything else because of a factor called drift. So we take a lot of different parts of the weather going on and kind of factor it all into whether or not it's going to be a good idea to do a treatment. So if the schedule does get thrown off by the weather and you look outside and it's sunny, it's not because we're making something up, it's because it's probably windy. But yeah, that second round, it's gonna be awesome. It's pretty comparable to the first round. I think if any two rounds of our fertilizer are similar, it's rounds 1 and 2. They both have pre and post emergent weed control. Slightly different herbicides being used just because of slightly different weeds that are starting to grow, but it basically serves the same purpose. It's the second half of that pre-emergent that's going to be preventing crabgrass and some broadleaf weeds from coming through in the summer, and it's also knocking out any of those weeds that have come through over the winter and early spring that didn't get knocked out by round 1 or broke through afterwards. In addition to that weed control, it's also got a second round of a sophisticated carbon-based fertilizer. It's got a lot going on in terms of soil mending properties as well as the quick-acting nutrients that are going to continue to give your lawn a big boost of green for the spring. So clearly between the mowing starting, the mulch services, the fertilizer making the grass green, and the weed control getting the weeds cleared out of the system, we're really focused on making your lawn look good for this spring. What can really be a downer on investing so much in your lawn to make sure that it's going to look good is if outdoor pests keep you from being able to even enjoy that investment. So in case you somehow have been living under a rock and aren't already aware, Picture Perfect has an extremely effective outdoor pest control service that is an option to our clients. Our Picture Perfect Pest package covers mosquito control as well as the option, depending on your preferences and budget, of flea and tick control. So it's flexible to your needs. We can do just the backyard, we can do the whole property, we can go into the woods if you want us to. It's whatever ends up working for you, but we do have that option. The best part, it's a completely natural product. That's right, it is completely natural. I think there's videos circulating of somebody who is literally drinking this product and not dying. So it's pretty impressive. And to me, that's a big deal because you hear so much about a lot of these synthetic chemicals that where these pesticides are concerned really do have a pretty high hazard risk, not just for pets and kids, which obviously is a big factor, but for pollinators as well, and even for the birds that are eating the bugs that it's infecting. So we as a company don't want that. We don't want that for our community. We don't want that for our home. So this product is completely safe for pets, kids, people, and pollinators. And that's a really awesome thing because it still is effective against mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks, but it's not going to make your lawn just a dead zone across the board. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you haven't already. This is the best time to get signed up for the Picture Perfect Pest package because it is an awesome supplement to your lawn care services through Picture Perfect. It's easy to have it all under one roof, and most importantly, it's effective and it gives your yard back to you. So again, happy spring. Let me know if there's anything that I mentioned here, the pest control, the mulch service, the fertilizer, anything like that that you have questions about or you're interested in exploring before it's too late. Be sure to give us a shout if you have any questions about it. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome April. My birthday's in April, so that's exciting too. Gotta love birthdays. Feeling old, and I really hope you guys have a picture perfect day.